Today's guest is a man, and I think that's about all there is to him. Please welcome the 2003 Honda Civic of people, Thomas Skeen. It's good to have you, man. Honored to be invited. So, what does this past weekend mean? Is this a podcast? Well, yeah, I guess you could call it that, but I like to think of it like we're just going to make some sweet, tender love to each other's ears, and I'm hoping some of the stray discharge gets on the mics. Okay, I think I'm more confused than before I asked. What are we supposed to talk about on here? Well, what's been up with you lately? I don't know. I had a weird dream last night. Dang, dreaming's nifty, innit? I mean, it's like diet dying, 0 calorie. Yeah, I guess dying is pretty unhealthy compared to sleeping. I mean, it's like a delightful sampler platter of what it might be like when you're gone. I mean, 1 second you could be playing poker with that chubby gold guy. Buddha? Yeah, that guy, and then next thing you know, you're reincarnated as a manta ray skimming the bottom of a big puddle. That's what dreaming is like for you? Yeah, I think I've been dreaming a bit too much lately, though. I mean, just the other day, I was catching a few Z's on the road, damn near missed my exit. And, that could be dangerous, because I was on my way to a AA meeting, and you know what the exit after AA is. I do not. It's the dang liquor store, boy. Oh, that makes sense. So, I know some of them politicians have been saying that you're not supposed to anymore, but I've been texting while I drive just to help me stay sharp, But, could we get back to your story, please? You shouldn't, whatever. So, I was walking in the dream, and Walking, huh? I always thought walking was sort of interesting. I mean, it's like first class for poor folks. You could maybe get yourself a new pair of beat-up sneakers that don't smell too much like feces, but that's about as good as it gets, I think. If you really think about it, walking's sort of like teleportation for the Amish. Speaking of the Amish, you ever seen some of them Amish girls, the way they be gripping that wood pole and churning that butter? I guess. What's your point? I mean, I wouldn't mind if they were churning something else, if you know what I mean. I mean, they ain't got nothing better to do they? They ain't got no Gmails to check. I don't think anybody's paging them. That is an astute observation. I do not believe they have pagers. Yeah, whatever. Can you look up if the Amish can perform fellatio? Why is he looking that up? Well, I'm just thinking they might have some of them high cholesterol, beefy man hands from all the butter churning. They can have oral sex. Well, that is just some great news. I mean, I would hope so. If I spend the day building a whole barn and I can't even use a dang power saw, I mean, I would hope that the missus would bless me with a little something at the end of all that. You think if you were an Amish woman, you'd do the Lord's work and bless your husband's little member? Well, Theo, with the way you describe it, I guess I would have no other choice. That's nice now, isn't it? But what were we talking about? My dream? Oh, yeah, you said you were walking. Do you think if you looked back, you would have seen 2 sets of footprints, or do you think that the good old Lord was carrying you? No, I'm not religious. Well, I think that's just a damn shame, but I can't really blame you. I actually think Christ has been pulling some practical jokes on me lately. Like just this morning, I was praying and really hoping that I was going to have a good guest today, and I don't want you to take offense to this, but you're boring as hell. What? I've hardly even said anything. Anytime I talk, you go off on some weird, inappropriate tangent. And they don't even make sense. I was walking teleportation for Amish people. They have horses. Well, that is an interesting point now, isn't it? But, I think that, well, what do I think? I think this whole thing could run a whole lot smoother if you just kept your opinions to yourself. I mean, you seem like you might be one of those guys that has a micro penis, so you might just be accustomed to things going in smooth all the time, but I need a little bit of whining and dining before you try and insult me like that. I'm the kind of little lovely lady that might need a little bit of lube before you just go and try and penetrate me with your negativity. But, can we get back to the story, please? Okay, so I was walking towards a soldier, but he looked kind of sickly. Dang, bruh. He must have got hit with a RPG full of HIV. Don't you think that's kind of in bad taste? Listen, man, don't put this on me. It's your dream. Anyway, I walked up to the soldier and... What color was he? How is that relevant? I'm just trying to paint a mental image. I think he was Indian. And what exactly do you mean by that? Like, was he the kind of guy you would call if your internet wasn't working, or is he the kind of guy you would call with a smoke signal? Okay, you are not saying the right things. How about we don't talk about his race anymore? Well, all right. Was he gay? He was dying. I don't even think he could move. Well, I don't see how him not being able to move changes anything. I mean, you could be a vegetable and still be a little fruity. You know, like a tomato. You do realize fruity's a derogatory term, right? Well, I think that's kind of beside the point of if he was gay or not. I couldn't tell you. He was dying. Well, you could ask him. No, it was a dream. He doesn't exist. Well, it sounds like he lives in some sort of dream realm, and we have commercials on this here program, so how about you take yourself a little nap, we'll take a little break, and you can get back to us. That's a terrible idea. Dream, 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 dream. Whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. With Purple Mattress, the leading providers of sleep in perhaps the universe. Sleeping on a regular mattress can be hard, and oh boy can it be, harder than a barely legal wiener. But with Purple Mattress, things can get a bit more flaccid. Alright, that's all I have written. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Let me know in the comments, did you like the video? Did you not like it? I don't condone the stereotyping of Native American people as using smoke signals or Indian people as being tech support, and I don't condone the use of the term fruity to describe homosexuals. Have a great one.